Hello, this is Mr. Stansbury. I'm going to take you through some of the problems on the 4F assignment. Okay, first one, number 2, use technology to solve. X equals 5 minus the square root of x. So, on the graphing calculator here, we can simply put this into one side and this into the other and see what we get here. So, we will do y equals, first one's going to be x, and then the second equation is 5 minus the square root of x. Okay, so we should now just be able to push graph. There's the line x, and then we're going to have 5 minus the square root of x is this line right here. So all we got to do is find that intersection point there. So second trace, and we are going to calculate 5, the intersection. And really there's only one spot, and that's going to actually should hit right there. So we'll do enter, and it says second curve. Yep, enter. And then it says, do you want us to guess? Yep, guess. And there's our intersection, 3.208. So it's going to be 3.21. X equals 3.21 is the one value for x that's going to make this equation true. Okay. E, we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to enter this equation in for the first and this equation into the second for y and see where they intersect. So this one, first one, x squared plus 5 for the first one. And then we will do 4x. And then we have plus the square root of x. Okay, so 4x plus root x, x squared plus 5. It's really good to double check to make sure all your numbers are correct before you graph, especially come test time, because can't tell what you put in on your calculator. So if you put something in, just have one little number wrong, it's going to throw all your answers off. Okay, so anyway, push graph and see what our two equations look like. That's parabola, and then this is 4x plus the square root of x. So it's going to be some kind of curvy thing there. Now, looks like there's a couple intersection points here. We should still be okay without having to zoom, change our window here. So let's go ahead and see what we can come up with. So we'll do second trace. We're going to find 5, the intersection. And really we can just do enter, 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 and it'll find this first intersection right here. But it looks like it probably is going to intersect over here again too. So let's see, our first solution is going to be 1.52 if we round it off. X equals 1.52. And it looks like there's another one. So let's do this. We'll do second trace. We're going to find the intersection, which is number 5, or you can scroll down and do number 5. Okay, now it's got first curve, second curve. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to scroll this over because it looks like it's going to happen probably right up here. If it looks like it was going to happen way up there, I might try to zoom, change my window, but I think we'll be okay on this one. So I'm going to get this thing probably off the picture here somewhere. I'll do, so let's see, I'm going to just scroll this thing over. It's going to be off the picture here. It's all the way up at y equals 16, and I'm just going to push enter. It's going to go down to the other curve, which is the red. That's why it shows all the red numbers. That's the red line. I'm going to push enter one more time. It'll give us a guess. So we push our last enter, and if there's a second solution, it's going to show it. And there it is. It's up at 13. Y is almost 13, but the x is what we're concerned about, 2.825, so it's 2.83. 2.83 to 3 significant figures. Okay. Okay. Number 3, use technology to solve. So, honestly, I like these, the ones that are equal to 0, because you got a lot better chance of being able to see what's going on in here. Like on the last problem, we could have moved everything to one side and set the other side equal to 0 and just found the intersections down here, but it still worked. So, y equals. We want to clear these out. Let's see, clear that out. That's just 0. And then this one up here is going to be x plus the cube root of x. So 2 options on the graphing calculator. Cube root of x, you can just actually do math. there's an actual cube root button, which is number 4. If you need anything more than 3, like the 4th, 5th, 6th, so forth and so on, you'd want to use this X root and push your root number first. So if it was the 4th root, I'd push 4, and then I'd go into math and push this button here, and it'll give us the 4th root. But cube root has its own special little button that we can use, which is that. And then we have X, and then we get out of the root to put in +4. Okay, and then we graph this thing, and there's our line X plus the cube root of X plus 4. Weird little graph there. Does a funky little wiggle. It's got a little bit of a curve, it looks like, ever so slightly, and that. So we're just looking for this intersection right here. I'm feeling pretty confident it's not going to intersect over here or over there. So let's do this second trace. We're going to hit number 5 because that's the intersection. And really, there's only one intersection point, so I don't even have to move it. So I push enter, enter, enter. And the intersection is -2.62. Okay, -2.62 for 3C. Okay. All right, that's all we have for the 4F assignment. If you have any further questions, please feel free to ask. Thanks.